It's been a couple days since I've done a YouTube video, and I just wanted to let you know, welcome to the month of September. Real quickly, take a second if you want to read this through. You can always pause the video. A couple things that I wanted to point out. Our monthly support, you see this asterisk. What that suggests is it's the pivot point for the month. The person's pivots is targeting kind of a neutral, bearish, lower high, higher low for the Russell, the SPY, etc., etc. In order to get down, if we're really bearish, you got to break through the pivot. One thing I want to point out is 546 is the pivot, and today we're just pressing into this gap level here. We haven't filled it, but 546 would be that gap. In the Qs, look at the 461, and then today we just went right through it. So the supposition is if we usually close below a pivot point, what happens is you get follow through to the next level of support. In this case, in the Qs, is a long way away. In order to figure out we're going to get to 399 in the NASDAQ 100, you got a whole bunch of layers to get through. 450, the August 5th low, 421, and then we also need to see the market conditions, which is what I have up here, the advanced decline. The advanced decline on the NASDAQ was even Steven. Look at this, 50, there's actually 103 stocks. There were 2 unchanged. But look at the advanced decline. It still is at a higher lofty level relative to where prices were back in July. So we don't have clarity on someone signaling that this is going to be the biggest bear market sell-off we've ever seen in history. The indicators aren't pointing to that. We are pointing to maybe a rotation at best. And that would be what I can offer most traders. And I'm going to scroll down here. You can take a look at what we are trying to achieve. This has been an open order forever, and we're still not. We came close to getting that filled last month, by the way. Foot Locker, we're looking to add to that. PayPal, haven't been able to get in, but we put that out there to you guys on the YouTube channel a while back. Still working those orders, and I think that's the difference between why people maybe do better than others. Some are patient and they wait for the market to come to you. I mean, psychologically, a lot of people we think we're missing, and that's the fear and the greed element of the market, right? The power to make money in this market is self-control. Wait for the markets to come to you. As I always say, if you miss the trade today, don't worry about it. There's only 9,000 stocks in this universe, so to speak, and there's always another day. So trade your money on your terms, not the market's terms. Let the market come to you and use proper risk management. Have a good reason to getting into a trade. Same mantra that I just spewed out is the reason why we're in advanced micro. We staggered the orders. We got in a 50-50 scale in. We did get filled on this side of the trade. We're looking to add to the 50% at 133.15. Amazon, we got in half last week. We're looking to add this week, or if the market gets down to that level. Fortinet. We made money in Fortinet, got out. I'm expecting a pullback. So far, I need to be very patient on this one. MongoDB, I was long that trade. We got out, and I'm looking to get back in at lower levels. I'll go through those with you in just a minute. Here's our current position, and what I am doing is on August 5th, we got out of half that position. That's why it says it's only a half position. So we got in that trade, we got out of half the position. I'm not going through everything with you guys, but I'm just trying to be transparent and share with you what I'm seeing for at least our portfolios, as well as how I'm looking to trade this market. As you can tell, when the market rallied again, we put on some bear put butterfly strategies, and those are coming in nicely. My 2 cents is that we can fill this gap, and if we do get a correction, if it's going to be a deeper correction and really get down and dirty and ugly, we need to get the breadth and we need to get the momentum and the volume heavier. Now, I think whether it's Congress comes back to work and starts spewing their mouth off. Remember, we've been on a vacation, not just them, but we've been on a vacation from them. Congress and the Senate's been on vacation all summer, so we've not heard about any details of what fiscal policies are going to be passed or not passed in this what we call lame duck session for the next 6 months until after the election. So therefore, when they come back, we're going to find out, are they going to kick the can down the road on funding? Are there investigations and et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to start hearing noise from that. And that generally can put pressure, believe it or not. That's the fiscal side policy of the fiscal monetary type of element that we trade off in the market. We'll know what sectors to get in. In the meantime, I'm looking to, at the very least, we've targeted the on the bear unbalanced, meaning the spread between the long and the short of the body is 43. It's 14 wide, and it's, as you can see here, only 6 wide to the downside. So it's a more biased, bearish directional trade on the September 27th expiration. As you can see, those are kind of still in the money and doing nicely. As far as Alibaba, we have a full-size position there. Amazon, that's the one we got in half the position. We're looking to add. There's our stops. British Tobacco keeps chugging along every single day. British Tobacco keeps going up, and Boston Properties and Pfizer, a little medical, and AT&T. Those are just going to sit on the books until I decide to rotate. What would I rotate into? To be honest with you, the pharmaceuticals improving big time. And when I just wanted to share with you this one chart, and we'll move on. This is British Tobacco, 9% dividend yield. And I mean, even when the market pulled back, yesterday the market was up. What does that suggest to you? More people are smoking, or investors are coming back, assuming the Fed will cut rates, assuming T-bills are going to come down at maturity levels, and they won't be able to roll into a same yielding maturity. So investors are pouring into maybe higher quality names with paying a higher dividend. British Tobacco might be the reason for that. Next, AT&T. How did that rally when the overall market went down? Maybe that's the theme that we're expressing here, that the market is telling us. I don't know if you're going to hear that on the news or not, because what we hear on the news is a subpoena of NVIDIA and all the high-flying stuff. Meanwhile, my opinion on NVIDIA is, this is a stock that I believe the market can retest the lows from the August dip. And AMD, which I'm establishing first because it is closer to that low relative to NVIDIA. One other thing that I want to point out to, I did in a previous video, I told you guys, I said, listen, in my research that I've done and I expressed to our live trading group, when we see that type of strength in volatility, now this is the BXX, this is the tradable ETN. When we see that type of pop in volatility, generally there's a retest. Now, I'm not saying retest of the high of that volatility level, but somewhere up in the midpoint of this range, and that's what we're seeing right now. So traders have not gotten out, and I think I did a YouTube video about showing you the momentum of the volume on a weekly basis. It was like just sideways when the market fell apart, but now we're starting to see a higher trend in volume on the volatility index, which means traders are a little nervous. And that might be something that, instead of buying puts and options to the downside on SPY to protect a portfolio, buy volatility instead. And you can kind of define the risk a little bit, because if the SPY doesn't go down much, what happens to out of the money options? They expire worthless. If there's volatility and it pops, you take a little protection against a portfolio, and you can trade that like an equity asset. So that might be where the smart money is going into, and why that volume trend is like that. I'll give you some more updates as we get more data. Obviously, the monthly unemployment report, I think we give you a taste of what we do here with our research and the work that I do and put out for our subscribers. Obviously, if you want to be a subscriber, come see us at personsplanet.com. Just contact and say, hey, give me a trial. I want to see what you guys are doing in the live trading room. You see what we do with our algo programs. You see what we do with our equity positions. All of this is included in our research and the subscriptions. With that said, have a great rest of your week, and we'll update another video as market conditions warrant. Have a great rest of your trading week, and always remember, if you like what you hear here, give me a thumbs up, and also you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll get these updates automatically. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you on the next